What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here. King Hustle X1L, no rags, just riches. King Hustle Crazy Reactions, the Hustle Family, Turn Motivation to Means, Dog Pound Exotic Pups, Goosebumps Horror Story, Sleeping with the Rain, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0, and King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do a lot of streaming, all my freebies, all my giveaways, all my IRL streaming, dual streaming, streams with the has, all the good fun stuff over there. So make sure you go tap into my Twitch, King Hustle Live, and my live YouTube channel, King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you're ready to be a family hero, listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, there's some good information that's going to help you win. All right, in today's video, we're going to be talking about First Community Credit Union. Yes, First Community Credit Union. And they helping out people, some new small startup businesses. They helping out people with personal loans. They helping out people in general, right? They helping the smaller people. They helping people get their bag. They helping people who really need to succeed and win in life. There's a lot of people out there that need help. There's a lot of people out there that need funds. There's a lot of people out there that's trying to figure it out. There's a lot of people out there starting new businesses. There's a lot of people out there trying to build their credits. A lot of people trying to get their credit profile together. So in today's video, I'm gonna explain to you guys how to get your personal profile together, so you start getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit on the personal side, and how to structure your business credit so you can start getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit on the business side. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the gems that's going to help you win. All right, so when it comes to getting funded on the personal or business side, you have to show and prove that you can manage money, period, or make enough money. Just the way it is. So if it's revenues, if it's a revenue-based loan, they want to see that you make enough money. If it's a signature loan or a no-doc loan, they're going to go off your credit score. So either or, you got to be prepared for either or both at the same time. So people are starting to realize and utilize that personal credit is important. Credit in general is important because having good credit can save you and help you in life. And it helps save you money and it helps you get money so you can invest it and be more blessed. Now, it's a lot of people also starting to realize that having bad credit is hindering them from doing a lot of different things. A lot of people are starting to want to get cars, credit cards, lines of credit, homes, apartments. Almost everything out here in the world pertains you getting your credit checked and ran. And people have bad credit. And by them having bad credit, it's making them have to pay higher deposits or more money on deposits, or getting denied for certain things, or just certain different situations that doesn't play out in their favor. So people are starting to mature their minds and say, okay, let me get my credit together, because on paper, I'm doing horrible. I can't manage money. So let me start managing my bills. Let me start managing my debt. So a lot of people have bad debt on their credit report, and a lot of people are under the impression that having debt in general is bad. A lot of people think the American dream is being debt free. That's what they preach to us: be debt free. All these commercials and stuff like that. That's not what it is. You're going to always have debt. You're just going to either have good debt or bad debt. Bad debt is those accounts that you got from student loans, cars that's repoed, and credit cards that you maxed out and stopped making payments on. That's all bad debt. That's the debt that's in collections, that's delinquent, that's being reported as late payment history, that's on your credit report, that's you owe money to. Good debt is the cars, the credit cards, the mortgage loans, the auto loans, the lines of credit that you're paying on each month and not missing a payment. So now you're developing a good payment history in an age on an X amount of debt. That's good debt. That's the debt that you want, and that's the debt that they need to see. So understanding that is important. Now, when it comes to getting approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, banks look at your debt to income ratio. A lot of people think just because it's a bad credit loan that you're going to get approved just because you have bad credit, which is not the case. Nobody's going to lend you money if you don't make enough money or make any money, period. Because how are you going to pay the money back? And that's what people in the real world, and that's what banks, lenders, and groups. Nobody will lend you money if you don't make any money or can show and prove that you make enough money or can pay it back. Or show that you're good with managing money. So your debt to income ratio, they look at that. They want to see if you're between 36 and 45%, meaning that out of the revenue that you make a month, is 36 to 45% being spent on your bills. If you're over that threshold, then that's too much. So if you're making $4,000 a month and spending $2,000 a month on bills, that's 50%. You're already over that 45% threshold. And every bank is not the same. Some banks want you under 36%. Some banks want you to have you between 36 and 45%. Some banks just don't want you over 45%. So you always got to understand your debt to income ratio. How much debt do you have on your credit profile at the time that you are applying for these loans, credit cards, lines of credit? And are you managing this debt? And how long have you been managing this debt? All of that plays a part. You got $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 in debt with good payment history that you've been paying down since for 36 months. They're going to see for 3 years you've been making good payments without a problem. That's what they want to see. Then they go look at, okay, so how much money do you make? And how much are you paying in bills? Okay, so this is going to allow us to calculate how much we can lend you. That's how they go off basing if you get approved or not. Your credit score only determines your APR and your interest rate. If you have a high interest or a low interest. Bad credit, high interest, meaning you'll be paying back more money on that loan. Low interest, good credit means you'll be paying back less money on that loan. And even people with good credit doesn't always get the lowest interest rate. So always pay attention to the interest rate, APR, that these banks, lenders, and groups are offering, because different banks, different lenders, different requirements. Every bank doesn't have the same requirements. Every bank doesn't report to the same credit bureaus. Every bank isn't the same. So knowing how to do your research on the bank that you are looking to apply for will help you in the long run. Knowing what credit bureau they're going to be checking and pulling from. So if you know this bank pulls from Experian, okay, go build your Experian credit score. Go add trade lines that report to your Experian account, and knowing what days that the trade line posts, if you add it at the right time, it'll post faster, so you can hurry up and add the trade line. It'll hurry up and affect your credit report in a positive manner, and you can start getting this long credit card line of credit that you want. Creditboards.com shows you every credit bureau that every credit union or every bank pulls from, so you'll already be ahead of the game. Creditboards.com. So knowing all this information will help you. Calling the bank and asking, is it a revenue-based loan, or is it a signature or no doc loan? What documents will you need? Because it's a lot of people out here in the world that's getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit that don't have jobs, never filed taxes, and barely got bank accounts. But they understand that if it's a documentation loan, then all they want is documentation. Then documentations can be altered, which allows them to alter the documentation to say a certain thing or a certain amount that can get them approved for a higher amount of money. And they do it all day, every day. It's just people out here that really want to get approved for certain things. People out here that really want loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, and they make it happen. And then there's people out here that don't want to make it happen and complain about nothing happening for them, and then they never make anything happen in life. They be stuck in the same place. You only go as far as you're willing to go. You only go as far as you're willing to walk. And that's just the honest to God truth. If you're not willing to walk down the road to success, that's on you. You want to walk down the road to failure and complaining all your life, that's on you. So understanding that trade lines adds debt to your credit report, it builds your payment history and the age. So the banks, lenders, and groups can see that you can manage money, getting the right trade lines. They want to see at least 5 primary trade lines. And that's auto loans, mortgage loans, installment loans, revolving credit, and line of credit. Those are the 5 primary trade lines, but most people don't have those. Most people don't got mortgage loans. Most people got repos on their credit report. Most people don't got student loans. Most people don't got credit cards, or they maxed out the credit cards. So a lot of people put themselves in situations at an early age by just them not knowing. And that's why I make these videos, and that's why I drop this sauce that can turn you into a boss. And once you get your personal credit together, and we all know bad credit is basically anywhere from basically 650 and under. So if you got a 650 and under credit score, you got bad credit. There's a lot of people out here with bad credit scores that have jobs that can show on credit that they can manage money and to get approved for loans. So understanding how bad credit loans work and how you can get approved. So once you do get your credit score together on the personal side, then you leverage towards your business, meaning that you get an LLC, your EIN number, you get your business bank account, you get a business address, number, email, get it all that together, get it with the Better Business Bureau. So when they go to check and see if you actually have a business and it pops up and say, okay, here's your business, then you're good to go. All right, so First Community Credit Union is giving out $100,000 lines of credit. We're not talking, it's a loan, but you already know a line of credit is basically like a credit card, but it's a lump sum of cash. If you get a $100,000 line of credit and you only spend $50,000, you're only responsible for paying back the $50,000. If you get you a $50,000 line of credit and you only spend $10,000, $5,000, you're only responsible for paying back what you use and not the full amount. All right, so sometimes businesses need access to working capital to help them with a day-to-day operations. A business line of credit provides the extra funds needed as small business owners. So start your application. If you would like to apply for a business loan, if you would like to apply for a business loan under $100,000, click and apply. So then they just got different options and letting you know. So like equipment business loans for FCCU, equipment purchases, real estate purchases, business acquisitions, commercial vehicles and fleets, line of credit. So they basically helping you out. They don't want to get you stuck into a big term, meaning that if you get a loan and you get a $100,000 loan and your business fails, you still responsible for the $100,000 loan. But if you get a $100,000 line of credit and you only spent $5,000 and your business so happens to fail, you're only responsible for the $5,000. All right, so make sure you guys are checking in and tapping in with First Community Credit Union. They also have personal loans that you guys can check out. They also have credit cards that you guys can check out. So make sure you guys are checking in with First Community Credit Union. You can borrow up to $35,000 for travel, life events, weddings, car repairs. Competitive rates starting at 11.99 APR. Skip to pay up to twice a year. Minimum $500, maximum of $35,000. Rate will not exceed 17.24%. Terms from 24 to 60 months. All right, and then they are working with people with bad credit, and you get up to skip a payment 2 times each calendar year. All right, so make sure you guys are tapping in with First Community Credit Union. They helping people get the bag. They helping people grow on the personal and business side. They're giving out personal loans. They're giving out business loans, and they just helping people succeed and build and win in life. All right, so make sure y'all go tap in and check them out. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 Unlimited Gems is $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing it for $600. Yes, $600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready. And we will go from there, all right? No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, for $350, I'm doing 5 questions, so make sure y'all tapping in with that. Make sure y'all tap in with the Crypto Tour in-person limited gems. $6,500, $500 deposit. The rest of the money will be in person. Make sure y'all tap into my credit mentorship, $2,500 and up. Trade lines not included. We're gonna get your personal and business credit together, help you get your loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Make sure you tap into my Potato and Telegram Millionaire Network channels. All my sites, any sites, methods, sauce, load ups, any of that good stuff over there. Get rich. Go tap into both the channels on Potato app and the Telegram app to Millionaire Network. Make sure you go tap into all my YouTube channels: King Hustle X1M, King Hustle Crazy Reactions, No Rags, It's Just Riches, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0. King Hustle Live on Twitch and YouTube. I do all my freebies and giveaways over there, so make sure you go tap into my Twitch and all my YouTube channels. Make sure you go follow my IG, my clothing brand IG, Boostable Department. That's also Department in French. And make sure you follow my main IG, King Hustle X1M. And with that being said, man, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.